Good evening, everybody. This is James Romelli from KeenOnTheMarket.com, here to talk about an earnings trade we did today in FSLR First Solar. So we see here we have the historical movement data for First Solar on earnings, and the first thing that we can see is that the stock has sold off 5 of the past 8 quarters with an average move of around 12.3%. So this tells us two things. One, that the stock sells off on earnings day more often than it rallies, and two, that on average it moves 12.3% up or down. So what we can do with this information is use it to kind of frame our minds when we're looking at an earnings trade. So both Andrew and myself looked at this and decided that we thought the stock had a much better chance of selling off than it did of rallying. So then it was about finding the best risk versus reward setup to take advantage of that market view. What we ended up doing was buying the 60, 57 half, 55 put fly for this week's expiration, which is Friday, August 8th. We were able to buy this spread for 35 cents for this long put fly. Now, this is a $2.50 wide put fly. We found these to be very cheap. The most money I can make on this trade is $2.15 with only 35 cents worth of risk. That's better than 6-to-1 reward to risk ratio on this trade. First Solar reported earnings after the bell today. The stock did initially sell off, and it does look to be lower here, trading at 60.55. Now, technically, for this trade to be profitable, I do need the stock to trade below 59.65, but I have all of tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday's trading sessions for the stock to move lower there. Hopefully, we'll see a move lower. We saw a lot of bearish activity in some of the solar ETFs as well, leading me to believe even more that the stock will continue lower after the initial move lower here on earnings and should set up for a very profitable trade. Thank you very much. This has been James Romelli from KeenOnTheMarket.com with your earnings trade in First Solar. Everyone have a wonderful evening and happy trading.